Do you think it's possible to retain access to the single market, but at the same time not accepting free movement of people?
Well, that's what we have to try to achieve. It remains to be seen whether it is possible. But I think blocking the free movement of people is probably the more important of the two. The reason being that even if we didn't have full access, it would be much less damaging to the British economy than people say.
And second question would be, what would your view be on the High Court rulings that Theresa May is unable to vote after?
Well, I think their reasons were sheer nonsense. And what you saw there was something that we've seen quite consistently with lawyers and judges poking their nose into politics. And that is, they always use the language of rights. Now, it's not that people are against rights, it's just that the wretched people, the judges, they want to fine-tune rights so that even though no basic rights whatsoever will be lost by gaining the European Union, and some rights will be regained, nonetheless they put up this spurious argument that because a question of rights was involved, that only Parliament could deal with it. I think it's just sheer nonsense. I mean, the amount of rights involved was not important. I mean, it wasn't as if somebody was taking away habeas corpus or free speech, or all the vital things, which are our rights. They're not really donated to us by Europe.
And final question, do you think Britain's exit from the European Union will lead to other EU nations leaving as well?
I don't think it will lead to people leaving, but I certainly think it will destabilise things. There's a lot of discontent in the European Union, and the problem is that the discontented people are the people who are worst off, and so they, in a sense, dare not leave because they're too dependent on subventions from the centre. So that the Greeks, for example, are so heavily in debt. The Poles need the European Union, partly because they're afraid of the Russians, and partly they probably on balance benefit. And so their position is not like ours. They're not in a position to up and go. On the other hand, I think they will start thinking, well, hold on, Britain has waved a fist at these people in the centre and finally said, we've had enough, we're going. And this will encourage them to be more obstreperous in their dealings with the European Union. And the European Union will suddenly start finding that people are not willing to be supine and not willing to be pushed around by what is essentially a two-country union, which is France and Germany, with Germany rattling the money box, and with France, formerly the lead country, now hanging on to Germany's coattails. And those two feel that somehow they have a divine right to run the European Union. And I think the little countries are not happy with it. And that I think for a time they hoped that Britain could change things a bit on their behalf. But now Britain's gone. And I think therefore they want to fight for themselves. So it will destabilise it. It will undermine the confidence of the people who run the European Union, and it will encourage the peripheral countries to be more defiant. Does that?